cast a Rune-Scarred Demon.
I needed something. And, I mean, yeah, I never played a No Mercy, but the fact that it, like, at least scared you enough to deal with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'll cost, because, like, 8.5 tails can't
target, yeah.
Right, I can't protect myself from that shit.
Yeah, I saw it, and I'm like, oh, man, Away. Because I was looking for a way to deal with 8.5 tails. And, like, I had something in my hand that was, like, a Demanding Dragon. Like, when he comes into play, 5 damage to target opponent unless he sacks a creature.
Yeah.
You'll take
I'm gonna take 5. I just gained 11.
Yeah, exactly. You were over 50.
What's next?
I was gonna ask you that. Hell yeah. An excuse to use one of those ridiculous commands. Huge fan.
Yes, the best. It's like, that's why we do it.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? Why not?
Because the amount of times I put cards in my deck and I'm just like, that's why we have it.
Yep.
And that way we have it.
Yeah. Thank God it wasn't like, oh, hey, new viewer. Then she would immediately... Oh, that would have been hilarious. Although, you know what? We are breaking a long and proud tradition of, hey, someone new pops in. Let's go on a break.
Yeah, right, exactly. I'm proud of us.
Yeah. Let me go to straight up the website. Oh, yeah. So I was, trying to mess around with my new Raspberry Pi and, like, can you bring this up, please? Okay, I'm gonna have to mute this real quick. Media. Okay. The chart, which I can't read on the phone anyway. I was setting up my Raspberry Pi, and it doesn't, like, I tried to move the data directory for Nextcloud, and Linux does not appreciate when your hard drive is full, and when you have a Raspberry Pi, you have a 16 gig card, which fills up real quick if you accidentally duplicate it a few times.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of broke. So I'm like, all right, fine. I have to spend money. So I went to the same people who host Silver Medalists and bought myself thegrain.com. And I made sure to pick the package that has unlimited bandwidth.
Cool.
So if you go on to thegrain.com, all you'll see is a video that just has Emperor Palpatine going, unlimited! And then I have the voiceover cut in and go, bandwidth. It's great. Okay. Who do you got? Who do I got?
The Grain, as in, like, Grain, or, like, your last name with an N?
My last name with an N.
Perfect.
And then the logo is a grain of rice with my logo embossed on it.
Awesome.
Let's see.
I don't know. These are the decks that I feel like playing, which is, like, way more
Which
than
are
usual.
those?
Daxus, Niv Mizzet, Ashaya, Zaxara, Yawgmoth. So whatever you're into.
Ooh, Yawgmoth is fun. Because I think I have not been murderized by him as much.
Cool.
Let's see.
You've got mail.
If you pull out Yawgmoth... Actually, no. He's been pretty thoroughly strong.
Yawgmoth has?
Yeah.
Oh.
At least against my surviving decks. But not... Oh, good. Yeah. Obeka needs more play, always. Yeah,
Cool.
okay. Let's Obeka Yawgmoth.
Nice.
Hell yeah. New game. So yeah, I asked Joe in person. I said, Joe, what streaming services you got? He said, don't you worry, Adam. You get a video and make fun of it. I'll get the video. All right, so good. Joe's got them all. Who else we got?
Which we do not condone.
We don't condone? I mean, not necessarily. Well, I'll tell you what. It is theft. Piracy is theft. Let's not pretend otherwise. Whether or not you can justify to yourself that theft, I mean, that's a different question. But anyways, so what movie?
I just think it's safer to say that we don't condone it.
Yeah, sure. No, we don't condone theft. Yeah. No, I just want to argue that it is theft.
Unless it's like, exiling the top card of your library and then I cast it. That's the kind of theft.
Yeah, no, I don't condone that. Yeah.
Daxus of thefting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I would recommend we do another, like, superhero movie, kind of, just because they're pretty easy to just be like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, a good action movie has a lot of, like, them just...
Yeah. I mean, we could do Jujutsu, but I recommend that.
It sounds like...
It sounds
the
like...
thing is, you've brought it up and said we're not doing it.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the more you say that, the more of it's going to be like, well, obviously you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So,
It
I don't
sounds
know,
like
man.
the perfect movie to riff.
You're making a strong case to do it.
I know. And I'll probably kick myself for it, but it'll be a lot better if I'm sitting through it with a buddy.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, yeah, I would much rather do Jujutsu, knowing very little about it, than, like, another movie I know very little about, Boyhood. That sounds fucking boring.
I don't know what that is.
James says House of the Dead, or the Nicolas Cage movie with the color from Out of Space. That second one, I don't know what that is, but I want to... that sounds hilarious.
Sounds really good, actually.
House of the Dead, though, I'm going to say, like, man, remember Light Gun Games? Fucking Uwe Boll does.
Speaking of Uwe Boll, I cannot wait to go bowling.
Maybe I should just pitch this whole damn hand. Are you Yawgmoth? You don't have that many artifacts. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm pitching this hand. These are already not enough lands.
First play is an artifact.
Yeah. I want to print some more art for this, and I have... Not in this one, I don't have Teferi's Ageless... No, I do. It's blue, yeah. I have Teferi's Ageless Insight. That's going to have my custom Teferi's Ageless System art.
Nice.
For Brash Taunter, I'm going to grab a picture of Shao Kahn, who, like, notably has a taunt, and I think he was early in, like, fighting games as characters with a taunt.
Mm-hmm.
But also in, like, 11, one of his intros, like, has him, like, doing the point, which is kind of how the actual Brash Taunter art looks, so it's appropriate.
Oh, yeah, because Brash Taunter's got that whole, like, right here, buddy.
Yeah, he's like... Yeah.
Give it to me right on the chin.
I think so. Yeah, he is kind of like, yeah. I don't know. It's very stylized. But anyways. Yeah. I mean, it kind of doesn't work because Shao Kahn, when he taunts, just looks at the camera and laughs, but it's fine. That's fine. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh, shock.
Because it was like your kick button, and he would taunt. So, like, that's how often he would do it. Is you accidentally hit kick.
You're too early to stay.
Remember Sega Genesis only ever had 3 buttons? How the fuck do we play that?
That's not true. That's not true. They had, like, the later on control that had 6.
That's true.
But they couldn't assume you had it, so nobody used it.
And then they, like, produced a controller that had an auto feature where you could just keep having it mash a button over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah, lots of third-party. My stick has that.
Why? What game do you need a button mashed over and over again besides the test of strength in Mortal Kombat?
Oh, God of War. All of those have, like, open, like, you know, open a chest and all that.
True.
And whenever that happens, people are like, you know, if people have arthritis or some sort of thing, then they cannot do it, and it sucks. So
That makes sense.
it's like, what do you call that? Accessibility. Anyways, I pitched Flame Shadow Conjuring, Cyclonic Rift Bribery.
Thank you for pitching the Cyclonic Rift.
Well, it's 7 mana. James, what is the Nicolas Cage movie you're talking about? Because if I just Google dumb Nicolas Cage movie, Google's going to be like, how many pages of results you like?
Yeah, right. That is one of my favorite episodes of Community ever.
What's that?
Abed attends a class called Nicolas Cage, Good or Bad. And, like, he's got a bit of Asperger's. So there was an episode in, like, season 1 or 2 where he takes the class Who's the Boss, which is a breakdown of the show Who's the Boss, and how the teacher thinks it's a rhetorical question. Like, you're not going to be able to find out who the boss is. And Abed watches the entire show, breaks it all down into, like, how many areas that one person can hold dominion over somebody else, whether it be, like, at work or at home or, like, this, that, and the other. And he finds out that Angela was the boss.
Nice.
And the teacher just breaks down and has a psychotic breakdown. So, like...
That's not what they do when you prove them wrong. They just give you an F.
The next teacher was, like, straight up just like, Mr. Abed made our other teacher go insane when he answered the question, who's the boss? But I assure you, Abed, there is no answer to this question. Now, your homework tonight is, or for the homework for this week is to go home and watch 5 Nicolas Cage movies, space them out. He goes home and watches every single Nicolas Cage movie, and it fucking breaks him. And he just shows up into the class next time. He's like, I have an answer because This is my life. And he pulls out like a fucking huge binder and he's like, and the answer to the question is, who freaking knows? And like just starts acting like Nicolas Cage.
That explains it. The movie is Color Out of Space. Oh, okay.
Oh. I don't know what that is. Does he throw a punch? Does he ask how it got burned?
Not necessarily.
All right, I've got those 3 dice out.
Okay.
If you just want to, I don't know, so just add them up again?
Sure.
Low goes first?
Low first?
Low first.
All right. I'd hold on to it. Oh,
22.
12.
Nice.
4 for 4.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Didn't even roll a d4. Oh, wait. Actually, leave this unsnapped because I'm going to need...
Oh, yeah. I'm a cat. I'm a sexy cat.
Fucking... Oh, man. It's very Lovecraftian, as far as I know. Yeah, I mean, the tragedy of Nicolas Cage movies is that he gets so close to something good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play these Great Lands and say go.
We should do the movie Kick-Ass. Just specifically because he actually gets set on fire in that movie, and we can go, how'd it get burned? How'd it get burned?
We can do Kick-Ass. I've never seen that, but I saw Super, which came out roughly the same time, and that was a good movie.
I play a foil swamp and say go. Yeah, what was the other one? I feel like it came out around the same time as Kick-Ass, like Chronicle,
Oh, yeah.
where the guy was like documenting.
Yep. Did that come out at the same? Yeah, maybe.
I think it was around the same time.
Schwamp, wait for it. Arcane Signet, say go.
Trying to decide if I played this or not. I don't think I do. I draw. Then I play another foil swamp. And it's your turn.
Turn. Draw.
Draw.
I play another Swamp. But wait, hang on, there's more. Bam. Is it Signet? But wait, hang on, there's more. Commander's Sphere, and go.
Wow. That's some freaking mana you've got there, buddy. A swamp. And it's your turn.
Take this turn. Draw this card. Miss a land drop.
It's our codes that makes these ones out of opus.
That's right. I had like 90% of one of my own of those done, but like I couldn't think of one thing and then fell off it and didn't have like my own video editing shit. Anyways, in the meantime, I will swamp blue red with that and a black, and then one more Obeka. Leaving myself 2 mana with which to luxuriate and to go. Yeah, oh, those are great.
I draw. I play a swamp.
One of the lines was Dobbs Knobs, but does anyone know who Lou Dobbs is? I don't think I even ever knew.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't suppose you're a human, are you? No?
Nope.
All right. Yeah.
Ogre.
Your turn.
1 Yawgmoth cast and sing. She is black, though. And draw. Obligatory item, you can't just... Yeah. Can't just call someone black for some reason. Anyways. Before then... 1, 2, 3. Sword of Festenfman. 1, 2, 3. Dark Seal Plate.
Wow.
You're a 2/4. Okay, you know what? Scratch this. But first, leave one untapped. And put the Sword of Feast and Famine on Obeka.
That makes a lot of sense.
And then swing.
I take 5.
Hell yeah. Alex takes 5.
Discard an Arcana Revenant.
That's right. And then I untap on lands and... Now, like a smart person, is when I play Dark Soul Plate.
Nice.
And then Signo.
Well, that's not what I wanted to happen. Yeah, nobody wants to miss a land drop. And you're
true.
a 5/6 right now?
Sounds right.
It's just gonna beat me.
Oh, yeah, also that 5 was commander damage. There we go. There we go. Any of us see The Happening? Oh my god. Yeah, I fucking hated that movie. And also, Rift did it. Yeah, oh my god. Fuck that movie.
Yeah, I pretty much love any movie that's riffed with John Leguizamo in it.
Yeah.
I play a Yawgmoth. Or I attack with a Yawgmoth.
I got no blocker up. I take 2.
Mm-hmm.
They ran away from wind and won.
That's your turn. Yeah. Yeah, it's your turn.
Takes his turn. Draws his card.
Kicking's my best German side of me.
Oh, this is stupid. Okay, fine. 3. Burnished Heart. And then immediately, 3. Sack the Burnished Heart. Search my library for up to 2 basic lands. Put them on the battlefield, tapped, and shuffle. Is land. And I'm pretty good on other
I'm
colors.
gonna respond with a Vampiric Tutor.
Makes sense.
So I lose 2 life. Go get a thing and put it on top of my deck.
Another is land. 2, you say. Go to 33.
It's our codes. That means it's once on a moped. I get that card. You don't get to know what it is.
Yet. Until I swing.
I take 5.
Take 5. It's Obeka. I untap all lands I control. I will equip the Darksteel Plate on Obeka.
I have to discard a card.
That's right.
It's a Shieldred. Shield Red.
And I left myself 3 mana. With which to be ready. Go ahead.
That's in the graveyard. That's on top of my deck. You don't know what it is. I draw.
Discard a Shield. Interesting.
I play a Cabal Coffers. That's 4 mana, 5 mana, Phyrexian Delver. When it enters the battlefield, I return a creature card from my graveyard to my battlefield. Lose life equal to its converted mana cost. I take 7, and I get a Shieldred.
And she does stuff at the beginning of the upkeep. I forget.
Beginning of my turn, I get a creature from my graveyard to the battlefield. Beginning of your turn, you sack a guy.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And it's your turn. I swing for 2.
Take 2.
Yeah, Savage au Priest.
It's commander damage. Set.
Yep.
Untap.
Upkeep, sack a guy.
Yeah. Upkeep, sacking Obeka.
Nice.
Draw a card.
No, I don't have to get hit with a Sword of Feast and Famine for a while.
That's right. 3 in a red. Sneak attack.
Boo.
Pay a red. Obeka. Or, no, wait. Hang on. Pay a red. Hellkite Courser. Obeka.
Awesome. What, dude? That play was sweet as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, right?
Is that a real foil Hellkite Courser?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think because these came out of the same box, I think we were like, build Obeka.
Mm-hmm. And then it took us like an entire another set before we built Obeka.
Yeah, that's true. 2. Demir Signet. Bam. Just the sword on Obeka. Or, no, not on Obeka. Do you have haste? Yeah, Sneak Attack gives you haste. Haste on Hellkite Courser. She's pretty big. He's got flying. Swing with Hellkite Courser.
I take 8.
That's 8.
And discard a card. It doesn't seem like this card is doing me much good. I have to find a way to kill your guy. Yeah, alright, fine. I pitched the Tevesh. Let me tell you, I wish I had another creature to pitch.
Oh, yeah. I want to rework this deck. But anyways. Tap. That's a land. That's not a land. That's a land. Problem is I'm kind of out of tricks here. Because...
Tricks are for kids.
I know, right? 3 and 2 white. Teferi's Ageless Insight. Sack this commander sphere. Draw 2 cards instead of 1.
Cool.
Allow my turn to end naturally. Hellkite cursor down. Because it's the next end step.
And Obeka goes back to your turn? Or goes
Oh,
back
that's
to
right.
the
Yeah,
command?
I'll end it either way then. Alright, we'll just... You can say tapped and out. Tap Rebecca, end it.
Upkeep. I get a Nurembork Revenant. Which makes my swamps tap for an additional black. Karn's Bastion. What's my life total?
13.
Ugh. It's not great. That's 4. 5 mana. I'll play a Wretched Confluence. Choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Target player draws a card and loses a life. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand.
Yeah.
I'll give Obeka -4/-4, and I'll lose a life and draw a card.
I should warn you, beginning of the next end step, if I skip it, then yours is going to count. Ditto
No,
for
it
sneak
doesn't.
attack.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely does.
I mean, not as far as anything I've read about Obeka.
All right, if you
You
say so.
skipped the next end step.
Okay.
So you just skipped the it goes
Okay.
away at all.
Okay.
Yeah. I also didn't understand how it worked, and everyone was just like, I assure you that's how it works.
Okay. I have my doubts.
Well, that's good news. At least it's a freaking play.
Oh, no. That's right. I do my end step, then activate it, and that's how I say, all right, skip the rest of this. So everything, all those stuff on the stack goes away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you trigger this at the beginning of the end step with all the stuff on the stack, and those
Yeah.
triggers no longer trigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're all set. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that makes sense. I mean, more sense.
Yeah. That's right. I thought I'd gone into this.
I'll play a Grimharu Specs.
But what sucks is, like, there's a couple of things that are, like, until end of turn. And that is after.
End of turn still happens when
Yeah.
you end the turn.
Yeah.
So I play Grimharu Specs. I have a black floating, not that it matters. I'll pump my Nurembork Revenant one. And whenever another non-token creature you control dies, draw a card.
Cool.
So I will swing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 6 is 16.
I got 20.
Nice. And that's the end of my turn.
Tap. Upkeep.
Nice.
And also hit the button. Draw.
They ran away from the wind and won. You guys want a crappy movie villain? Check out The Wind.
Is land. Let me read Shieldred real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And I got 20 life, and you pretty much do have 20. How am I looking at for mana? And I got one Obeka cast. Oh no, here comes the plant coom. Oh, did Twitch not let him write it? Not let him spell that right? think you might be able to win. Unless I draw something good. Go ahead.
I'm going to pay a life to sack this guy. To put up to a -1/-1 counter on up to one target creature and draw a card. And then when another non-token creature I control dies, I draw 2. I can draw a card.
Okay.
So I draw 2.
And you target no one.
And target no one, correct. And then during my upkeep I get a Phyrexian Delver.
Cool. What other... You don't have any other creature cards in the graveyard?
No.
Okay.
I have a Tavesh, a Wretched Confluence, and a Vampiric Tutor. Swamp. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I just want to risk it. Yeah, makes sense.
5, 6 mana for an Ugin the Ineffable.
Cool.
Cannot be effed with.
You sure? Well, okay. He does a few things.
Colorless spells you cast cost 2 less to cast.
Cool.
Exile the top, or +1, exile the top card of your library face down and look at it. Create a 2/2 colorless spirit creature token, and when that creature leaves the battlefield, put the exiled card into your hand.
Cool.
It's like, the reason I love this card so much is how many times I've been like, remember we would play like Crush of Worms, and we would always put the Crush of Worms face down as a 6/6 guy, but if you had any interaction with your graveyard, you could just like play the Crush of Worms again.
Gotcha.
Whereas this is just exiled until it comes to my hand, so I can use the card as the 2/2 guy.
Oh, cool.
You know? So that's a 2/2 colorless spirit creature. I'll look at it. Oof. Okay. And then 8 mana remaining. I swing for 4, 5, 6, 12, 15. And you're at 20.
Yeah.
So I wait to see if you take it, and if you do, I pump +8/+8 into my Nurembork Revenant.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I don't do it until you tell me that you take the damage.
Oh, you know what occurs to me? Can we rewind a bit?
Mm-hmm.
Can Ugin be countered? I feel like I
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, that is how
Okay.
you F him.
Yeah. So you have no idea what that card is. Okay.
Which is good because I forgot what the card was.
Good. So now your combat step. Do you
Now my
wanna-
combat stuff. Yep, I swing still.
Still? Okay. I take it.
And I pump 8 mana into
Okay.
my Nurembork Revenant.
Is that a... You may...
Pay a black,
yeah,
it gets
okay.
+1/+1 until I'm
Okay. I will cry, and then bam, 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 bam. Choose new targets. Oh, you have no targets? Oh, well, that was fun.
Bummer. I'm just kidding. It was a foil Villas.
Nice. Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool. Pay 2 life, target creature. Well, I can do that once, but, you know. That...
That was a real slow start for Yawgmoth. I don't think I had